Okay, so the next topic I want to talk about here is, well, it's really interesting. Because when I watch a lot of Saber Sparks reviews lately, they all have a theme. And those themes are furry related. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what a furry is by now. I mean, you go to San Diego Comic-Con or any kind of convention when we're able to do so next year, and you notice that a lot of people like to dress up. Sometimes they dress up as their favorite anime characters, game characters, you name it. But, sometimes you'll also come across somebody or a group of people that will dress up as furries. Heck, when I was in San Francisco one time for a trip, I think it was for my third oldest nephew's birthday. We were in San Francisco. I saw a group of people dressed up as furries walking the pier in broad daylight. Well, not broad daylight, broad sunset, if you will. So the question is, why is it easier for furries to become Bronies and Pegasisters and vice versa? I think the reason being is because it's an easy transition. I think because of the fact that Bronies / Pegasisters are, relatable and connected to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, that it basically makes it easy for the public to kind of accept them being fans of other anthropomorphic media. So I believe, honestly, it makes the transition a lot easier for people to, go from not being... I think, and honestly, what I'm trying to say is it makes the transition easier for Bronies and Pegasisters to become furries. The same can be said if you're a fan of furries. If you're part of the furry community, and you become fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and you start noticing that maybe you're becoming a Brony and you're becoming a Pegasister, you realize that the transition is not that hard. You start noticing the transition's not that hard because of the fact that, well, pretty much you're a fan of anthropomorphic characters anyway, so why not become a Brony and a Pegasister, as well to add to that, because it's pretty much very similar. All you are is just changing your status when you're talking about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. That's about it. That's what I think it really is. I think it's just an easy transition. But, when you look at Bronies and you look at Pegasisters, you look at furries, and you say, well, what makes them want to be this way? And I think it's basically the characters, honestly, that, are, looked at as the representations of the furry community. Like, people will look at a Minerva Mink, they'll look at a Judy Hopps, they'll look at a Princess Sally, if you will. They'll look at a Cindy Bear, they'll look at a Fondeer. And yes, those are all female characters, don't get me wrong, I know that. But they'll look at them, and as I said beforehand in one of my Anime Girl Profile Confidentials about Vanilla the Rabbit and then Mrs. Incredible, they basically look at them, both male and female, they look at them as eye candy. And basically that, hey, if the creators are not that ashamed to draw the characters in this manner, then I shouldn't be ashamed of being a fan of them and maybe wanting to dress up like them for occasions. Like there's one person, I think in San Antonio, Texas, or around the Texas area, called Rabbit in the Room, who for years has been dressing up herself as these various characters, like Bridget from American Tail, the first American Tail movie. She dresses herself up as Minerva at times, or some anime characters. So, and she has no shame of it. And she has no shame. She doesn't worry about what people say about her. She just goes about her business. She goes about her day and walks around in costume and role plays as that character. Because it's easy for her. And now I think it's even more easy for her because she's noticing that there are other people out there that are cool with it. You know, because they're fans of not just anthropomorphic characters, both male and female, but also fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which makes it, again, an easy transition from both perspectives. So that's why, you know, it's easy for a furry, you know, it's easy for someone in the furry community to become a Brony and a Pegasister, and vice versa.